As far as fish are concerned, India is famous for one species, the golden mahseer. In cold, powerful currents flowing off the Himalayas, they were once common, but the world as we know it is changing, and for this fish, time is running out. Ever since I was 15, so around half my life, I've wanted to catch a mahseer. And this summer, after years of saving, planning and dreaming, I was going to try and make it happen.
Yeah! Oh my gosh! Massive fish just rolled out there. Massive fish. Okay, Bobby, we can do this.
In England, you wouldn't be allowed to do that.
Oh! I can't believe what just happened.
I am so happy right now.
Bye. See you, Dad.
See ya.
Mate, I am so freaking excited. You would not even believe it. Joining me on this once-in-a-lifetime adventure was my girlfriend Omi, brother Alex, and mate with a camera, Cal. Once on board, the flight would be around 9 hours, taking us from our home in London, England, to India's capital city, New Delhi. As we neared our destination, we crossed the Himalayas. The rivers flowing through these mountains are home to the strongest, most resilient fish I've ever targeted. However, due to large-scale construction in the area, this fish's future is in concern, and this could be my last chance to catch it. All of the bags have arrived and we're off to the hotel for our first night. Yeah, now I'm feeling it. Whoa! I'm dying already. More than anything, this first night was a chance to rest and prepare for a long day of travelling. On our way back to the airport now. We've got an internal flight today, 1 hour, which will get us most of the way towards the mountains. This flight would take us from New Delhi to Pantnagar Airport, as in a remote village called Pancheshwar, two mighty rivers meet. The Kali, a powerful current of cold snowmelt flowing quickly down from the mountains, and the Sarayu, a smaller river filled with rain that fell at a lower altitude, and therefore its waters are far warmer. It's at this confluence that lingering numbers of the very largest golden mahseer still exist. They use the area once a year as a place to gather before pushing up the Sarayu to spawn. We've just been called for the flight and we've lost Carl. We don't know where he is. He was taken away by someone who works here, and apparently there was a problem with the baggage and we haven't seen him since, and we're being told we need to get on the plane now. So where are you, Carl? Well, guess who'd not researched the rules on drones and was now having his bag searched? It would have been a minor inconvenience if it weren't for our flight departing imminently. Some quick thinking from Omi saw us check the bags in again with some new security measures, and we were on our way. Sorry. Oh my god. Are you joking me? Mate, I got the drone though. Yeah, I got the drone. I got to keep the drone. I just lost all the batteries.
We did it.
And the weather's fine, though a little hot, so sit back, relax, and just like it. Thank you.
At the end of this 1 hour flight, we'd be meeting Pritam and Bobby. They both work for the Himalayan Outback, an organisation that helps people visit the remote parts of India, normally inaccessible to tourists. We don't have our rods.
Where are they?
I don't know.
How did you catch fish without a rod?
Whilst Pritam organised tracking down the missing rods, Cal was out promoting my channel.
You've got new subscribers, Carl.
Yeah! 2 new subscribers.
2 new subscribers. He's nice. Yeah, he's nice. Yeah, nice.
Let's just say I was happy to not be driving. The roads felt somewhat lawless, but somehow it seemed to all work out fine.
What?
This is very dangerous, huh?
Ridiculous.
Bhaiji, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Only this is the tree where I see lot of in India.
Okay.
Yeah.
Being an avid honey farmer back at home, I think this might have been the highlight of the trip for Alex.
Take honey, then run away.
This monsoon.
Monsoon soon is coming. This year monsoon is very late. If you see the phone, they say monsoon chance is come July.
The timing of this trip was quite critical. We needed to arrive before the monsoon and fish spawning, but late enough in the season for the larger fish to have begun gathering at the confluence. With the car refueled, it was time for a traditional masala chai.
Why 2 cups?
Because you international.
Because it's too hot.
Yeah.
A bit hot. It's like spicy and sweet at the same time. The scenery on this journey so far has been immense. And now we're here, traveling up the border road, which would, if you kept going, take you all the way to China. This drive has been somewhat treacherous with the undercut, damaged roads from the monsoon season, but we're most of the way there.
Okay, so now Bobby little bit driving with you guys.
Okay.
But I'm driving first time, so make sure.
No,
He's joking.
don't say things like that. That was a nice horn, but a little bit not nice.
Please.
Please, now. Thank you. As the river conditions had been perfect for the last 2 weeks, the clouds growing darker didn't bother me at first.
Are we gonna make it to the spot?
This is very bad for our fishing boat.
Is it? Really bad?
See the sky just lighting up.
Wow! They said landslides happen. Yeah. In the rain.
Hello, sir.
How are we doing?
Very well.
Good. Hello, Carl.
Hi, mate.
We got here. In
What
the
a
end.
drive. What a drive. I don't even do any driving and I feel knackered. Arriving in the dark, it's always hard to get a sense of the area, but all I wanted to know was if the river was fishable.
Jacob, what is the condition of the water right now?
I think it's probably high now. We had a lower rain today.
Too dirty or dirty?
Very dirty.
News of the river flowing chocolate brown is not something you want to hear at the start of your trip. Oh, you couldn't ask for more. I cannot believe that this is where our camp is positioned and the river is a mere 30 yards away. I could cast into the river from here. Leopard? That's a dog. You don't have to be an experienced angler to look at that water and know full well that our chances of catching are pretty much zero right now. Not just because the fish can't find your lure or your bait because it's so murky, but also because all of the leaves, branches, logs and dirt getting washed down is just going to make presentation so difficult. Although my fishing was affected, these fish put up with far more drastic conditions during the monsoon season. Small streams and tributaries become raging torrents, carrying boulders, trees and sometimes people's homes with them. Indian authorities have planned the construction of large hydroelectric dams along the Kali River, including one just below the confluence which could become the second tallest stone-filled dam in the world. Although for every family and business this project provides electricity to, someone's livelihood, their home and land upon which they live would be flooded. You could of course argue that holding back floods during the rainy season could ensure people downstream have sufficient water come the dry months. But this then puts the very flow of India's great river into the hands of government. They can turn on or off the current upon which human and wildlife populations rely on. And as far as golden mahseer populations are concerned, migrating up the river to spawn and lay eggs will no longer be possible. It's for this reason, and many others, that I was going to make the absolute most of my short time in India.
All you are is good swimmer.
Yeah.
What about you, Madam Ji?
I think.
Watch out with crocodile, huh? If it's something hit on the bottom, so that's a crocodile.
Very gullible, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe.
We were going to fish a deep pool at the base of a steep cliff, somewhere that large mahseer have been caught in previous years.
Thank you. Yummy. You eat it, yeah?
No.
Very good.
Smells good.
Yeah, more.
Longer?
No, same.
Same.
Remember when you dared me to eat that fish in America?
Yeah, 100 quid if you eat this. I've used all sorts of baits, but chicken guts, never cast that out before. Omi has known of my desire to visit India for as long as we've been together, and when I set my mind on something, I tend to block out almost everything else. However, this trip wasn't like that. Until very recently, the time, expense, and in fact the confidence to go ahead and do it were all things that I lacked. A mission to the Himalayas, a quest for rare monster fish, that's best left to Mr. Wade or another great angler off the TV. But here I was, with those I hold dearest, next to the river I'd obsessed over for so long.
So the main thing is if you put the road is different direction, then is a chance to broken your line with wood.
Yeah,
because fish take very fast run.
Yeah.
So then is
Cool. Yeah, they won't get pulled in, I don't think. Come to think of it, the only reason Omi, Cal and Alex were here was because of me, and the thing which supported and enabled me to be here was them. Man, I'm getting done by bugs, are you?
Yeah, not when I turn them off.
Okay.
okay.
It doesn't feel that long ago, does it? We were on the floor in a tent by a lake fishing for carp. Nothing's changed.
Apart from the fish species.
Yeah.
Night, bro.
Good night.
Best night's sleep of my life. You have sand in your ears. What to show for the uncomfortable night's sleep?
Along with Jacob, who was volunteering at the camp this week, Alex headed back with the fishing and camera gear. leaving myself and Bobby with the boat and a much more direct route.
You were a swimmer or not?
Yeah, I can swim.
Sure?
Yeah. Yes!
Finally we did.
We only got a little bit wet.
Yes.
I was somewhat disappointed by our first night proving unproductive. However, it was to be expected. With the river still running very brown indeed, it would prove to be a waiting game. Pray for no more rain, and have a little faith that the conditions would improve before our departure. Pretty chuffed because the rods have arrived, which is nice. The team at the camp were well equipped, far more so than I expected, but there is something about using tackle you've grown to trust and relied on many times beforehand. Is this to tell them that we're coming?
No, this is everywhere before entry the temple.
Yeah.
Then you have to flick it on a bell.
Okay.
Yeah. Boss, you never touch this?
Oh, we all have to. Sorry, I thought you...
No. That's all depend on you. But
Given the chance, we'd all wish for different things. And whilst I knew exactly what I wanted, I got the feeling Bobby, and indeed most of those living in Pancheshwar, aren't wanting for anything. Rather, they're hoping, praying that they and their kids can live in this beautiful land long into the future.
so this is best place in India for big mahseer.
And whilst we stood overlooking the confluence of the Kali and the Sarayu, I saw something. Oh, there's one. I just saw a tail. You just don't expect to see anything when you're looking down into that murky, raging water, but there was a fish down there, and it wasn't small. Hey, first time. We're catching one. Our luck is in. We found a cat. I like that one. That one makes me happy. Ah.
I got really calm, sat under the daffodil tree.
It's just, look, this is a completely stress-free zone.
Yeah.
Come for a little sleepover at the neighbour's house. Hey. Thank you. We got world record breaking temperatures this week. Can you believe it? Temperatures were exceeding 40 degrees Celsius in the shade, and it was just too much to fish in. Taking refuge in a traditional mountain house made use of the stone and clay construction, which kept us a little cooler during the middle of the day. Of course, as soon as the sun began dropping, we were back at the river, this time with the plan of fishing not far from the confluence.
This pool is so many fish.
With the light beginning to fade, we threaded line through our rods and tied fresh rigs. Again, we opted for bait fishing, at least to start, as this would give us the best chance of catching a fish. Big stone. Whilst the realistic target with bait was small to medium-sized mahseer, as the water began to clear, I hoped to fish with lures for the larger, more predatory fish. Bye, safe walk back before the storm. I'll tell you about the big one in the morning. See ya. Omi and Alex would remain at the camp, whilst myself and Cal, along with local expert Bobby, were going to fish well into darkness. This allowed Alex to position a trail camera that evening, which would be triggered by any animal movements. I'd say these days my brother is more interested in the wildlife besides the water than beneath it, and his goal of the trip was to capture footage of a leopard.
The camera's up there, and I'm just going to check to see whether... Yeah, that's good.
Sightings in this area are actually more common than you might expect, but even still, I felt like my chance of catching a mahseer was still higher than us seeing a leopard.
Heading down towards the junction. Oh my goodness, I'm doing it. I'm here. I'm at the junction. And I'm fishing. I'm casting my lure at the moment towards the exact area where I saw that fish on the first day. That was the first time I actually saw a mahseer in the flesh, as its tail just touched the surface, and now I'm pinging my lure straight at it. Fish! Fish! Oh my gosh! Yeah, like this, please?
Yes, oh no, I think it's
Come on.
come off. Fish is come off. What are you telling? No. Show me the fish. Show me how he's come off.
I can't believe what just happened.
I wasn't sure what to feel. Up until now, I'd thought that the fish wouldn't be able to find my lure in the sediment-ridden water, but here we were, with a little bit of hope. Meanwhile, Alex was slightly disappointed to find his trail camera hadn't detected anything during the night.
Massive fish just rolled out there. Massive fish.
Word of a hooked fish had clearly got around, and things became a bit crowded for my liking. So Cal and I set off with Pritam to try and find some new spots further upstream.
They're like little catfish things. I'm really happy because I found clear water and fish.
Discovering this little oasis was a much needed break from the frustration of muddy water and the lost fish.
India has shown me that life will find a way, whether it's the people struggling through and somehow making ends meet, or the fact that despite the boiling hot heat and rugged environment, there's life everywhere you look, and so many species too.
Having found a stream carrying clear water, I hoped that if we drove further up the Saryu, we might find new spots worth fishing. What I hadn't accounted for was landslides.
The never-ending road happens to actually have an end. Cal, don't touch the black bit.
I see no water. Where is there water? Is there pay good here?
No.
Very small.
Wow.
Very, you know, just starting for these guys. So smallest
Smallest amount.
Smallest amount.
Oh,
Smallest amount.
That's really sad.
That's very sad, yeah. Smallest amount and hard to hard work.
We were hoping that by getting this far up the river, the water might be a bit clearer. But it isn't. You gonna eat it?
Eat?
Yeah, the grass.
No. This one for rope. Yeah. So like this. More grass like this, and more start more again twisting. Cut this grass and then dressing in nice rope.
Now you can swing from underneath the bridge.
If more strong.
Ready?
Ready?
Oh, okay. Maybe I swing, but Cal does not swing.
Hey!
It's incredible the perspective that can be gained through observing other people's lives. That morning I'd been moody, frustrated by our bad luck with the rain and poor fishing conditions.
Oh, he likes it.
Come evening, a switch had been flicked. I'd found joy in a piece of rope and smiled with the new friends we'd made.
We're catching one now, boy.
How do you know?
Because we are.
You're a fortune teller.
Let's do this.
Although strong winds made casting a little tricky, I was proud to see Omi giving it her best shot. She's vastly improved her fishing ability and resilience since we first met 7 years ago, and I deeply hoped she'd hook something. Since Alex had come down to film with me tonight, Cal placed the trail camera for him, and as the winds died down, from different places within the valley, we enjoyed a spectacular sunset. Having not slept a minute due to manning the bait rods all night, the moment I noticed morning arrive, I was back in at the junction, casting lures into the same area as before.
Yeah! Fish on! Oh my god. Oh my god. I haven't really felt very much at all yet, it's just slow.
Take time, boss, no problem, but very, very slow, okay?
Yeah. It's just holding very still.
Yeah. Big mouth and hold like this.
Oh, I'm stressing out.
I think for me it's very big fish.
Okay.
Not put too much pressure, huh?
Okay.
You put a little bit more, but I know I need clear, you connect with fish or
Yeah.
not? Yeah, if it's with fish, then put little pressure.
Okay,
If it's, you feel something with the rock, then it's less weight
Okay.
directly.
I don't feel any rocks at the moment.
The fish is very bad spot now. There is very, very lots of rock.
Okay.
In truth, the fish hadn't even begun trying to pull back. As I tightened into this heavy weight, I knew full well this was just the start.
It's okay.
It's come off.
The wire is broken. How is the came out?
The hook just snapped off.
Sitting like this. If it's on the whole loop, they never stay here.
I've never seen that happen before. So
Look, you see the burn here,
that never happens.
and you see here the wire is broken.
Yeah, I think it ripped over the wire.
That was ridiculous. I don't think the wire's even there.
No,
The wire-
no, but the loop is broken. No?
Yeah, I think the board is
It's really quite hard to justify the pain I felt having lost that fish. Yes, I'd cast for many hours, days even, and yes, it felt absolutely enormous. But for me, that fish would have meant a photo on my wall, and to have proven that my investment in this trip was worthwhile. However, for many of the locals here, that fish would have fed a whole family. Using nets and baited lines attached to rocks, the people here regularly catch small mahseer to eat. Whilst obviously a factor in the decline of fish stocks, I didn't see it being anywhere near the threat of the dams being built. If there's any chance of stopping the hydroelectric projects, the government must see the value of this area's precious resource. That evening I met Mickey, who runs the company that had hosted us on this trip. He explained that through tourism and catch and release angling, there is a voice, there's a slither of the economy, which is surely worth something to those in power. Spurred on by Mickey's positivity, I committed to fishing the whole of the last day.
Let's do this.
Good luck, buddy.
I think I need
You have
it.
to not lose it.
No, I know.
Last attempt.
I waded deeper, cast further, and pushed my body more than ever before. In the end, when I just needed water and rest, it was Omi who somehow convinced me to start fresh at a new spot that evening.
Oh no.
My God.
It's,
So funny.
no. Did you step onto that thinking it?
Yeah. So confident.
Constantly satisfied by the beauty of the valley, small reptiles, monkeys, and birds overhead, time here seemed to pass so quick. Every now and then I'd remember that we were leaving camp the next morning, and it felt like despite being here nearly a week, we hadn't had nearly enough of the place.
It's been a beautiful walk to this spot. Signs of leopards everywhere, but I don't think Alex's trail camera has picked up anything yet. Turned out to get absolutely nothing apart from my face and your face when we went and changed the camera position. Oh dear.
Good luck.
Oh, I felt like I thought it was a bite, but it probably wasn't. Yes! Yes!
No way!
Yes!
Oh,
Hey!
yes!
Golden mahseer!
Well done, Om.
Oh my gosh.
Just like Omi, this little mahseer will never know the effect it had on me.
Thank you.
From the brink of giving in and retreating to my bed at the camp, seeing that fish gave me the energy to stay up all night one more time.
Oh my God. How far down? No, I think it could be big. Oh,
Good size.
yeah. Oh. There you go. I run across the top, yeah? Oh, mate, I've never had to do this to land a fish. Oh. Okay, Bobby, we can do this. Yeah, that'll do.
And yes, it would do. For sure it would have been dwarfed by the giant fish I'd lost previously, but I'd caught one, and the young boy in me was satisfied. Whilst I'd started this adventure with the hope of catching a golden mahseer, I'd somehow ended with a dream of saving it. If it's not the dedicated catch and release anglers fighting for this species' future, then this part of the underwater world has no guardian. If people don't see the beauty beneath the surface, then how can we expect it to be protected? And after all, it's fishermen like you and I that know to never give up.
I am so happy right now. It's the most beautiful type of fish that I think I've ever seen. You can see why I've wanted to catch one for so long. Yeah! Oh, wow.
It's thanks to this creature that I found myself in India, exploring a land, a community and an environment that I'd have never even known about if it wasn't for the people before me taking photos and making films about a magical golden fish.
That is cool. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you. We did it. Oh, what a place.
My support is wholeheartedly with the Himalayan Outback team, who, whilst guiding and educating people about this special place, are doing more than most to ensure that beyond us, beyond them, there's still an India for future generations to visit and fall in love with the same way we did.